Hope you're having a good day today. Appreciate you joining me. We're going to be looking at the Ten Commandments in today's study. And our hymn is, "Oh, What a Stiff, Rebellious House."
Oh, what a stiff, rebellious house was Jacob's ancient race. False to their own most solemn vows, and to their Maker's grace. They saw the plagues on each of life from his avenging hand. That dreadful token of his might spread o'er the stubborn land. They saw him cleave the mighty sea, and marched in safety so, with watery walls to guard their way, till they had staked the foe. A wondrous pillar marked the road, composed of shade and light. By day it proved a sheltering cloud, a leading fire by night. They broke the covenant of his love, and did his laws despise. Forgot the works he wrought to prove his power before their eyes. The Lord with indignation heard, and caused his wrath to flame. His terrors ever stand prepared to vindicate his name.
Okay. Obviously, we're pointing towards what comes after the Ten Commandments, but let's look at the account. In Exodus 19 at verse 1, we read, "In the 3rd month after the children of Israel had gone out of the land of Egypt, on the same day they came to the wilderness of Sinai." So we are not far removed from the Red Sea at all. So they had departed from Rephidim, they came to the wilderness of Sinai, they camped in the wilderness. And the reason I wanted to look at this, to show you something at the end of this chapter. So Moses goes up to God, and the Lord called to him from the mountain, saying, "Thus you shall say to the house of Jacob, and tell the children of Israel, you have seen what I did to the Egyptians." Okay? Verse 5, "If you'll indeed obey my voice and keep my covenant, you'll be a special treasure to me. You shall be to me a kingdom of priests." Verse 7, "So Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before them all these words." Okay? See, sometimes we have the idea, well, Moses is just up on the mountain, and he's up there a long time, and they don't know what happened to him, and then he comes down, and you have the golden calf account. That's not how it worked. Moses is going up and down multiple times. That seems to be what's happening. As the Lord is speaking to Moses, and then Moses came and called for the people, called for the elders of the people, and told them everything. And all the people, notice verse 8, all the people answered together and said, "All that the Lord has spoken we will do." Also verse 8, "So Moses brought back the words of the people to the Lord." Verse 9, "And the Lord said to Moses," pardon me, I don't even have it up on the screen. Apologies. Verse 9, "Behold, I come to you in the thick cloud, that the people may hear when I speak to you, and believe you forever." So Moses told the words of the people to the Lord, and the Lord said to Moses, "Go to the people and consecrate them today and tomorrow, and let them wash their clothes. Once I'm ready on the 3rd day, you're going to set boundaries around the mountain. Nothing can touch its base. When the trumpet sounds, they shall come near the mountain." Verse 15. Verse 14, "Moses goes down from the mountain to the people and sanctify the people, and they wash their clothes. And he said to the people, be ready on the 3rd day." So all this is happening. The Lord said to Moses, "Go down and warn the people, lest they break through and gaze." All these things. Verse 25, "And Moses goes down to the people and spoke to them." Verse 20 is now the 10 Commandments. God spoke all these words, saying, "I am the Lord your God. All right. Let me back up, because it doesn't exactly match what happened in the movie. Chapter 19 ends with, "So Moses went down to the people and spoke to them." Chapter 20, "And God spoke all these words, saying," and then you have the Ten Commandments. And that's what all this is. Okay. Verse 18. "Now all the people witnessed the thunderings, the lightning flashes, the sound of the trumpet, and the mountain smoking. And when the people saw it, they trembled and stood afar off. Then they said to Moses, 'You speak with us, and we will hear, but let not God speak with us, lest we die.' And Moses said to the people, 'Do not fear, for God has come to test you, and that his fear may be before you, so that you may not sin.' So the people stood afar off, but Moses drew near the thick darkness where God was." It sure does look like from the account that when the Lord gives the Ten Commandments, he's speaking to all the people. And here Moses is going back and forth multiple times, but here it looks like the Lord is speaking to all the people, and then the people say, "Moses, you talk to us. We can't handle it when God talks to us." That's what it looks like based on this passage. So Moses says to the people, "Do not fear." And I think it's interesting. He says, "Do not fear, for God has come to test you, that his fear may be before you." And it's like, well, are we supposed to fear or not? And the answer is no and yes. And by the way, these words fear here, they're both rooted in the same word. And so it's not like you can say, oh, well, this word has this definition and this word has another definition. No, that's not what's going on. But you can tell they are terrified. They are terrified. And the Lord, and what Moses says is basically, I think that the idea is, in some ways they should not be terrified if they'll do what the Lord wants them to do. But at the same time, they better do what the Lord wants them to do. And so I think that's kind of the gist of it. And so do not fear, for God has come to test you, that his fear may be before you, so that you may not sin. That's the whole point of all this. Moses is saying, and this is where there in verse 20, I think the different translations, let's see, I think the King James, in verse 20, "For God has come to prove you, that his fear may be before your faces, that ye sin not." The ESV got, "God has come to test you." New American Standard, "God has come in order to test you." It's like, that's what this is. This is a test. And God is informing you of this so that you may not sin. You remember what 1 John chapter 2 says? "These things are written that ye may not sin." Now, if we sin, we have an advocate with the Father. But these things are written that ye may not sin. And so here Moses is talking to them. It's like, God has come to test you. And he's doing all this that you will walk before him faithfully and not sin, in godly fear and reverence. Now we know what's coming. And like I said, our hymn points to it. So we know what's coming. It's like, just do what the Lord tells you to do. And they're already kind of getting off on the wrong foot when they say, "You talk to us. We can't handle God talking to us." And it's amazing what's coming up, isn't it, with the golden calf? To go from this, we can't handle God talking to us, to make gods for us, Aaron. But that's what's coming. So it's a sad picture. But as we come up to the new covenant, of course, and we think about how we are in the testing ground, and we better fear the Lord, and we better keep his commandments, the law of Christ, as it's called. Appreciate you. Hope you have a good day. Join us tomorrow for another portion of our daily praise.